Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to the third part of my Let's Platinum Bioshock 2 walkthrough. If you want to know what's going on here, if this is the first video you're watching, then go back to video 1, which will be in the corner now. And right at the start of there, I will explain exactly what we're doing and show you all of the missable trophies and everything you want to watch out for. But essentially, we are going from no trophies to Bioshock 2 in a full walkthrough in these videos. Each video is one area long. This is the third area, Ryan's Amusements. This is right at the start, just as you get off the train after leaving Atlantic Express. So yeah, we're going to be doing lots in this video. We're going to be carrying on with look at you hacker for getting 50 kills with hacked machines. Obviously we're going to be carrying on picking up audio diaries and plasmids, and we start to get tonics in this level. But you don't need tonics for any trophy. They're just sort of a side thing. But I will be putting them on the in the top corner when we get near one. We also start getting weapon upgrades. There's 2 in this level. You can't fully upgrade all of the weapons in the game. The trophy is for finding all of the weapon upgrade stations. So it's up to you which ones you upgrade. You don't need to follow what I do. It's obviously whichever one you feel comfortable with. We'll be getting a new gun in this mission, the minigun or the machine gun. So it's up to you with which one you want to do, the bolt, the rivet gun, or the machine gun. We'll also carry on with Master Hacker, getting 30 hacks from a distance using the tool. Trap Master for using traps. We will be encountering a Big Daddy now, just one, and it is part of the story. Essentially in this area we need to melt this ice that was in front of the train. We'll be getting that audio diary later, by the way. We need to melt the ice that was in front of the train, and we need to purchase the incinerate plasmid, but to do that we need Adam, so we need to go and get a little sister, and she's going to gather some Adam for us, which is a new mechanic in Bioshock 2. If you've just come from Bioshock 1 you won't know about it. Essentially, when you have a little sister, you can adopt them and go on 2 gathers with each little sister. She will. It's basically like a horde mode. She will harvest Adam from a body, and you'll get mobbed by a load of splicers. And we need to do that for a trophy anyway. We only need to get 600 Adam from gathers. But we're going to get them all in this playthrough. We're going to gather with all of the little sisters so we can get as powerful as we can for the end of the game. Still not difficult even if we didn't get too overpowered. But there's a trophy for upgrade a weapon. That is the first upgrade station. Essentially we're just working our way through to get a ticket at this point so we can get into the main Ryan's Amusements. We're going to be getting 2 missable, technically 2 missable trophies. One of them is 9 Irony. That's for it's an Easter egg from Bioshock 1. We'll come to that later. It's about halfway through after the first gather. And then Unbreakable is technically missable, but not if you're playing along as I am on hard with no Vita chambers on your first run, on just doing it in one run like I am on the videos. If you're doing an easy run first hand and just you're going to do a hard one later or whatever, and you haven't got Vita chambers disabled, then you can miss this, but it's for dealing with a big sister without dying. So that is unmissable to us because of the way we're playing. For a full list of all trophies and collectibles, there's timestamps in the description like usual as well. What else have we got? We're working on, so yeah, we're going to start working on 2 trophies. Master Gatherer for getting 600 Adam with little sisters, and Granddaddy for defeating 3 Big Daddies with no deaths, the same as Unbreakable, but it's technically missable, but because of the way we've got the game set up, it's not for us. So here's the second main weapon. This is a pretty good one as well once it's upgraded. Machine gun, it's got a lot of recoil, so it's not great to start with. So it was up to you at that point. You could have waited to use that power to the people machine if you didn't want to upgrade the rivet gun and do the machine gun instead. There is another one later on, but I'm splitting my 2 upgrades. I do power upgrade on the rivet gun first, which you saw, and then I'm going to do power on the machine gun. Essentially just for trying to take down big daddies as quickly as possible, because that's when you need the power the most, and you don't need to be massively accurate. For most enemies here, I'm just trying to get headshots. I'm not always successful, but most of the time I'm doing alright. So I don't need too much power, because one upgrade on this is enough to kill a splicer with one shot. See, I missed there, but there you go. So yeah, we're going to go into Ryan's Amusements in a moment, and we're going to start off heading towards the Big Daddy. In a moment, we are going to encounter our first Tonic. You can see in the top corner there, Sports Boost. Tonics work a little differently if you haven't played this one before. Again, they're not needed for any trophy, by the way, so don't worry about finding them. But they are basically buffs or boosts. I'm showing you on the map where it is now. When we collect it, I'll show you. The slots work differently. In the first game, you needed specific types of slots for specific tonics. This time, they're all just in one place there. You can see there's a load of slots, but we need to unlock more yet. So you can just mix and match. It doesn't matter where they go. So in this area is where you fight the big sister later on, but it is a lot later on. You do quite a lot in this area, actually. There's the first gathers here as well. So I'm just going to leave for a moment while we get sort of set up here, ready for the Big Daddy fight.
Donnie, get down off that exhibit, and I told you, spit out that gum! You'll choke! The kids' parents deserve a night off to enjoy New Year's, but I'm at my wit's end. Donnie, I told you!
You won't listen! Go ahead! Ruin it! Just come out! I hate waiting! Why they always got ridiculous! Sinners! Find me, I'll vex you, sinners!
Used to be, there was no margin in running the gift shop. I couldn't hardly sell off this tourist crap for a penny more than the cost of manufacture. Says he's got some hard luck folks down at Popper's Drop can whip up this junk at half the cost I used to pay. Yeah, I had to pick a needle or two out of the shipments, but all in all, nobody's the wiser, and I'm all the richer.
Who's there? I deserve respect! I do! Ah!
surface, Eleanor. I spent half a lifetime there, in service of the common good. But then, I heard my own words twisted by fat old men squatting over the embers of Hiroshima. Were the modern world a patient in my care, I would diagnose it suicidal. On perhaps that point alone, Andrew Ryan is correct. Rapture is deliverance. We are nothing. Mere engines of self-interest. Together, we are the family. And through unity, we transcend the self.
Troublesome oaf! No need of polemics!
Until you arrive, Father, I'm trapped here. Smuggling these gifts out is the most I can do to help.
In ethical psychiatry, we must account for...
Eleanor Lamb speaking.
So we've got another lovely gift basket here. This is a drill power. It's another tonic. It's I don't really use the drill much anymore. It just kind of, it's probably quite overpowered, but it's just not my style. Because of the difficulty one we're on, I'd rather keep my distance from enemies, which you're going to see in a minute. Because in the room in a second is the first Big Daddy with his little sister. So obviously you are going to want to make a save. I'm going to be doing that shortly, but first I'm going to hack this turret. He's going to take some of the brunt. Well, he's going to take a massive amount of force from the Big Daddy to start with. He's going to let me try and get some damage in while he's distracted. But we're not going to use trap rivets here. I'm going to use trap rivets later on for the gathers. They're really good for that, because the splicers come running for you. So here he is, Big Daddy. We've fought them all before, especially, well, if you've done the first one. Because this is the bouncer type, they have to charge you. They can't hurt you from far away. So if you shock them, they can't get to you, basically, because it stuns them and you can move out of their line. They're quite moving sort of a straight line. I don't know what the word I was looking for there, but there you go. If you sort of just move, and it's like a bullfight almost. He does get me in a minute because I get stuck on something and mess up. But there we go. It's not to worry. I sort of get stuck on something. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just an excuse. I don't know. But you can see he's going down really easily. Just treat it like a bullfight, and you'll have no problem. And stun him when he gets close, so you can back off a bit. And that's it. That's the first Big Daddy. So that essentially is the first of 3 Big Daddies for the Grand Daddy trophy. Because we didn't die, we can't die. We can't use Vita chambers. That's going to count for that one. We're going to adopt the little sister now, and she's going to stay on our shoulder until we put her in one of the portals. But first we're going to do 2 gathers. So there's trophy, adopted a little sister. We do get quite a few trophies in this mission, in this level. Again, a list is in the description for everything we do get, or you should get. We are going to get a hacker one soon as well, for hacking one of each type of machine. I believe it is vending machine, safe, camera, and turret. That is it, just the 4. Maybe the 2 different types of vending machines. I'm not exactly sure, but it's definitely in this mission you should get it. I think you can get everything you need to hack is in this mission. We've just done a safe in the previous area. We've just done a turret. Sorry, that's probably another one. The bot, security bot. The turret is later on. That's the last one we get. We've got the vending machines everywhere. We've got the health things everywhere. So as long as you're hacking everything, you're going to get this trophy. It just, I mean, it makes everything cheaper, and it helps with defense. So you're going to be doing it. Now we're going to leave here, and we're going to. It does say missable trophy 9 irony, but we're not getting that just yet. We have the first gather coming up, God, I love the rivet gun with those one-shot kills, especially when it zooms in. There is a better gun, the spear gun, later on, but it's really slow. It's very powerful, but it's just too slow for me. So this is the area with the gather in. If you hold down square or your equivalent button, a little ray of light will sort of shoot forward, and it will show you exactly where you need to go for the gather. You can follow it. These are trap rivets. I'm setting up some traps because it's a great time to get some trap kills out of the way. Up here is where some come from, down those stairs, and then down the other stairs on the other side. So just throw a load of trap rivets everywhere. It's not essential, but it's a good plan. We do need to get those trap kills, but we've got all game yet, and we should have quite a few from earlier on, maybe 5 or so. Get quite a few in this area as well. I think I do. So you definitely want to throw a save here. Definitely want to put a save in. And then I do sort of put some more traps out because I see that side on the left hand side. I'm sure some people come from the left. So I'm just putting some more traps there. And then we're going to start it off. And you will see the little sister will go onto the floor and she'll start harvesting or gathering Adam. And a little bar will turn up on the left hand side. It's not there yet. It will start in a minute. As soon as that bar shows up, that's when the splicers will start coming. In the middle of this fight, my capture card gave up, kind of, without me knowing. But yet then it carried on again. So I don't know what happened. It split the file in two, which is the first time it's ever done that. Usually it just crashes. It sort of corrected itself, which I'm pretty impressed with, to be honest, because I didn't notice. So you're going to see a little... There's only about 5 seconds missing, but I'll let you know when that is. There is a trophy for doing a clean gather, which is Master Protector. Gather with you taking no damage and no one getting to the little sister. It doesn't happen in the... Yeah, see, there's a bit of a break. I think this is the last one now, so you do get a lot more... No, you can see something coming through the door there on the left. That's how you move on to the next area. Yeah, unfortunately it was a bit of a break. It corrupted. We will be doing Master Protector later on. Basically, no one gets to the little sister and you take no damage. There's a very easy one in the next area. We have one more gather to do here, but in the next area, there's you do a gather and only sort of 5, 6, maybe 7 turn up, and it's really easy to hide and get them, sneak the kills in, and use trap bolts. So we'll be doing it there. Yeah, this isn't going too well. So we can actually go and get the 9 Irony trophy now, because that door has been opened up by those splicers, and that's where it is. Essentially, we're going to hit Andrew Ryan with a golf club. I'm pretty sure you know what that's a nod to if you've played the first one. He's going to be sat at his desk. You can do this at any time in this level, in this mission, but once you leave this area, because this game has no backtracking, you can't come back and do this. So just do it now. Just get it out of the way. There's no reason not to. All you need is telekinesis and a golf club, which handily there is one right behind us in the corner here. Just pick it up and throw it at him. His head falls off, ironically. 9 Irony, obviously. And yeah, you get the trophy. That's all there is to it. So this is a new area. We're heading towards the another gather. This is a sort of a fun fair ride. It's quite confusing where to go initially because it all seems very the same, but it is very linear. It may look like it's confusing because there's lots of branching paths, but it is quite linear. But obviously I'm going to show you, so I will jump back in when things need saying.
What do you want with me? Hey, cut it out already!
Please read our pamphlet.
Take that!
It's dancing, Daddy! Dancing!
That's all you got? All this crap in my way!
all of the children have finally fallen asleep. And now that the park is all quiet, I can't sleep myself. I guess it's just you and me, Mr. Voice Recorder. You, me, in 1959. I wonder what the new year will... What was that? Something's happened. The lights are going out. Kids, stay in your sleeping bags. It's gonna be fine.
Rapture. What? On the hand. Come back. 600.
On the surface, the farmer tills the soil, strength of wrong for a whole. Land's his own. The parasites say no. What was yours is ours.
Right, back again. So this is the room for the second gather. There is a turret in here. We're going to hack it, and we're also going to get that trophy for hacking each type of machine. Going to do it from a distance, obviously, because we want to work on Master Hacker. There's 2 splicers in here. I love doing this. No, there's just one. It's 2 in the one afterwards. So there we go, Prolific Hacker. I love doing this. It's just... There we go. So this is quite... I don't want to say difficult. It's not difficult one. But there are a lot of splicers that come for you in this area. You can see there's the body on the floor. It has like a white aura around it. If you hold, you can see it on the map there. Actually, there's the cross skull there. That's the gather. Hack this, get some free ammo. Again, you should be always trying to hit that blue, but never hit the red because there will be an alarm. If you feel like you're not doing the hack so well, always make a save before doing a hack, especially with safes, because they have quite a narrow window of opportunity. So everyone comes in the 2 doors. So throw a bunch of trap rivets down. I'm out here. Don't be afraid to buy some more. We do need to spend, I believe it's $2,000 in machines. We're going to do that very easily because we'll be buying a lot later on. Money is not going to be sort of a problem. There's plenty of it. There's a bit of a down part in the game where you do kind of get a bit low, but then right near the end it really ramps up again when you need it the most. So loads of bolts, I'm just putting them everywhere. They sort of, when they come through the door, they'll go either left or right. Most of the time they go to the left, to that area there. So obviously make a save here because you can die fairly easily. I almost accidentally get the Master Protector trophy here because I do really well. And I'm going to say that I did it on purpose, but I got shot. I wasn't going for it, and I didn't want to get it here because I want to do it in the next area anyway, so I didn't mind. We can see there the health is coming up. That's the traps doing their job. It's killing all the early ones. Unfortunately, the early ones are all the melee ones. They're not a problem. It's the shooters that are the problem usually. So if you just sort of stand here, you can get them as they come around the corner. The turret is obviously going to help out as well. And then you've got these from here. You can shoot these through the window. Get quite a few headshots if you're lucky, if you're quick. There we go, nice. They're all falling. Let the turret take care of a few as well, because we still need to get that trophy for Look at You Hacker. But again, we're going to be hacking loads of things. We are only in the 3rd area of 9. I am thinking the next one is going to be 2 videos. Hopefully not, but I haven't recorded it yet. It is a very long area, so we're going to have to see about that. But that's when all the research and stuff starts, so things do start to slow down a bit. Because there's 3 big daddies in each area, we're going to be harvesting twice with each little sister. So that's 6 harvests or gathers. And Obviously we have research, which is a lot quicker in this one because essentially you just start a film camera off and then you kill the enemy and it just happens automatically. You don't need to take pictures, which is really good. It's actually why I like this game more, I think, because the camera was so annoying in the first one. As you see there, we got the second gather. This little sister is ready to be retired, but obviously we are going to rescue her. We are not going to harvest her. It doesn't work like the first game. You can't just do it anywhere. You need to take them back to one of the portals. It can be anyone later on, but for this one it is a specific one. It is where the arrow is pointing. So I'll jump back in when I feel it's necessary, but essentially we're going to work our way down this train track, collecting things, mostly audio diaries like you see there.
Lamb is becoming a problem. The woman's additions of hers into a religious frenzy. A new Kremlin will rise and swallow the council house before they realize they've been had. I will not have my city swindled by the parasite.
I suppose that now I know who my true friends.
It is time, I think, to call Sinclair.
Sometimes I drift away and feel I'm back on the old estate. Then I open my eyes. You deranged fool!
Rapture is a paradise of the ego, Eleanor. Under Ryan, the voices of an entire city is in the body. Already they grow weary of struggling against one another in fruitless competition. Observe the bent backs, the drawn faces. Ryan promised us more, they seem to say. In what shall we now believe? And Eleanor, it is our task to answer.
On the surface, the scientist invests the power of his mind in a single miraculous idea and naturally begins to run. An artist strives to frame his ideals in an image, to challenge his audience and make his vision immortal.
I've never used the
But
bell curve.
parasites
Someone there?
say,
I'll find you!
the call. Our ideals endanger the people.
And mute!
That's...
Now, Tannenbaum would have you turn that sister human again. You'll get just enough Adam for our purposes, and the girls will likely try to repay you somehow. But Rapture's a high-stakes town, son, and she is a jackpot. You just have to be willing to take it all. You'll harvest more Adam than the price of one plasmid, so the rest is gravy. Think about it. Down here, it's your survival or hers.
So you're going to see me make a save in a minute. It's for two reasons. For this safe, because it's good practice, because the saves, especially later on, have a very narrow window. This one's not too bad. But we're gonna rescue, not harvest, rescue the little sister. It's down here, and then there's going to be sort of a bit of a fight. We're essentially done with this level with regards to story and what we need to do. All we need to do is go and buy the incinerate plasmid, melt the ice, and leave. We're done with regards to everything else. There are still quite a few things to do though with regards to collectibles and fights. So as easy it is, we're just making our way back now to that big area where we did the first gather. That's where, just a branch off there, is where the Adam machine, the Gatherer's Garden, is. But it's not going to be so easy to actually get there. So here you can see that it will glow. I have that selected in the options. Yours might not be glowing, and that's why, because you don't have it selected. It's just easier to have that option on as well. So if you're wondering why that's different, but there we make sure you rescue her. Do not harvest. We need to rescue everybody. We also need to rescue or save 3 NPCs which are in later levels. It's really obvious which ones. They're sort of the story for the area, and you get the option at the end to either kill or save them. We need to save them, so it's save all little sisters and save these 3 NPCs. That's 1 trophy. Obviously I'm going to explain all that when we get close to it. So a nice collection of headshots there. That's why I love this gun so much, because it's just the headshots are so satisfying with it as well. They were taking 1, but now they seem to take 2. Maybe they got a little stronger, I'm not sure. But we're nearly out of this this funfair ride now, and I'll jump back in shortly.
On the surface, your parents sought a private life, using their great talents to provide for you. They learned to twist the lies of church and government, believing themselves masters of the system. But the parasite said, no, the child has a duty.
2 weeks at my last count. 2 weeks since we were trapped in this rotten park. I haven't been eating. The children need all the supplies we've got left. Need them more than I do. I don't know what's gonna happen. I can feel myself getting weaker. The children have noticed the condition I'm in, of course. What will happen once I'm gone? I'll be all alone.
I met with Sinclair today of Sinclair Solutions. It's this pseudo-legal firm he set up to take problems Ryan doesn't want to admit he has and make them go away. I could fill 40 front pages of the Tribune with stories about this fella if he wasn't paying me not to. And he's got work for me, right? I ask what, and he flashes me these $1,000 stipend. He's saying this job will, quote, change history, end quote.
I don't have those accidents no more. Come back right. stash myself. I was sitting there.
Third session today with this amazing limey shrink, Dr. Sophia Lamb. She said that all little guys against each other. And what we need is unity, solidarity. Then, she held up a mirror. Turns out, I wear my hair and mustache just like Ryan. So today, I'm spreading the word about Lamb. And tonight, I'm shaving my whole...
This is a pretty cool scene here. I do actually go back to it in a second. We've got to take a look again. That's pretty cool. That's like the beginning of Bioshock 1. Nice little throwback there. We are at the end of this maze-like area now. You can see this map is all over the place, but essentially it was like a U that we've just done, a U shape. We're going to open this door here and you'll know exactly where we are in a second. We're going to open that up and go up these steps. And we're where Andrew Ryan was, or is, kind of. Half of him is. You will get attacked from front and behind now. I couldn't remember which one was first. Obviously it is front. Try and do that a bit better than I did. This is where the first gather was. So it's best just to back down here if you're having a problem. We're going to go and buy the incinerate in a minute. Adam is not as much of a problem in this game because we are going to be gathering with all of the little sisters. Don't go overspending. You can still run out. It is a finite thing, but we're going to be able to buy a lot. We can buy all the health upgrades. We can buy all the Eve upgrades. Buy all the slots for all the tonics and plasmids. We need to do it for the plasmids as a trophy for that. This door, by the way, wasn't open before. This is where we came down to get into the funfair ride. You can see there. This is now open. This is where the splicers came from. There's another tonic and stuff in here. Booze Hound, not a very helpful one, to be honest. Not for the way I play anyway. I don't ever go near the alcohol because I hate the drunk feeling afterwards. Yes, Adam. Initially it's kind of rare. We don't have too much now, as we're going to have to buy some plasmids. Well, the incinerate, which is pretty expensive. I think it's 90 and we've got 160. We're going to be able to buy a couple of other things. There are two Gatherer's Gardens very close together. One's kind of hidden. It's up to you what you buy, but I buy two different things. I believe it's Evelink and a health upgrade. It's up to you what you want to buy. I'll show you where the second Gatherer's Garden is. It's kind of obvious because we need to go in there for an audio diary anyway, but it does have different items to the first one, so if you want to wait and just have a look before spending it, I would do that if you're following along exactly as we go rather than watching it beforehand. Just be aware of that. So this is right at the start of the level where we started basically, and this time we're going left. We went right and straight on. This time we're going left. There is another one of these funny moments with a turret here. Unfortunately, we can't use this turret against the big sister because this door locks off as soon as the fight starts. But the fight is going to happen when we go and get the incinerate. We're going to leave back into that bigger area, and the big sister's going to turn up. Not too bad. This is probably the worst big sister fight because we don't have any help. But later on, we can use lots of things to our advantage against big sisters. So we're going to go and get you can see the garden there. That's where we're going. And I'll just show you. So on the right there is where the second, no, yeah, right, sorry. On the right then was a frozen door. So if you wait till you get incinerate, you can unfreeze that. We need to go in there for an audio diary anyway, but if you wait and don't spend your Adam here, you can have a look what's in there. Armored shells in there, I believe, which is quite good. It is expensive, so it's up to you whether you get the health upgrade or armored shell. I'd probably say health because, I don't know, it just seems in the long term it's better. So we have to buy incinerate, and then you have the health upgrade for 40, and Evelink, which is exactly the amount of Adam that I have. So you may think I'm running out and spending up. We get a lot later on. We got slots to buy and we got plasmids to buy. That's the most important thing, but you can sort of spare a bit here and there. Obviously I'm not going to overspend. As long as you sort of stay near what I'm spending, then you'll be fine. Don't go crazy buying loads of stuff. So I forgot about him. He was one of the ones stood near the piano that I looked at and then completely forgot. I knew he was there. So yeah, because we need to get a trophy. There's a trophy for getting level 3 on a plasmid. Which is essentially when you buy, later on when you buy plasmids, you unlock the second one and then you unlock a third one, and they have different better abilities. The plasmids become a lot better. My favourite one's actually Winter Blast, which freezes enemies in place, and then you can upgrade it again, and when the enemy dies it blows up, freezes anything nearby, and then you can sort of do an AoE effect, and it's really good. So that scream there means save, because there is a big sister coming. Hopefully you have used your Adam up, bought it, whatever you wanted from those two machines, either the Eve upgrade or the health one, whatever you feel best with. But basically once we go through this door, that area is locked off now. You see we still get pushed forward. Then we just got to take her on. Basically, heavy rivets. You should have been saving them and not using them. There's no reason to use them elsewhere. But you're gonna even shock doesn't seem to slow her down. There is a health thing on top of that sort of bus. It looks like a bus station. I have no idea. Tram station thing. It is a weird. Looks like out of place actually if you think about it. They are quick, but if you blast them with the electric and just keep hitting them with heavy bolt, she's fairly. I mean, this is hard, and you can see how quickly she is actually going down. Just sort of keep something between her when she's doing the fire attack, and you'll be fine. So we do get some more Adam as well. Whenever you kill a big sister, you get some Adam off them as well. Saw the trophy there. Unbreakable is unmissable for us because we aren't using Vita chambers. There's one right ahead. But if you are sort of doing this on easy first without Vita chambers for some reason, I don't know why you would be. But if you were doing that and you died, you would miss that trophy because you'd go to a Vita chamber and it would lock it out. You do get plenty of opportunities to do it. It is technically missable, but because of the way we're doing it, it isn't. So you will get that there. And now we're going to just make our way back to the train and get the hell out of here. There's just one, well, there's two more collectibles. There was one from right at the beginning. It's just around this corner here, on the opposite side of here. Ooh, flashing things. Nope. We noticed it right at the start, this ice. I told you about it. There is an audio diary in here. Number 33. We're already a third of the way through the audio diaries we need, and we're only on the third mission, or third area. So that's it. There's just one more. We're going back to the train station. Once a certain someone turns up, which you'll see in a minute, a new door will open. There'll be the last audio diary in there. Then we'll be getting on the train. So make sure you've done everything. I'm going to show you as usual, I'm going to show you the list of audio diaries you should have got. If you've missed one or two, it's not a problem. I mean, there are sort of 20 or 30 over what we need in this game. I'm going to show you where all of them are. So it's not too much of a problem. So just make sure you've got everything, done everything. Especially the 9 Irony trophy. You can't come back for that. And then we're going to move on. So you're going to go in here, open the door up. Sinclair's going to show himself. And then we're going to leave. So not much point me sticking around, so I'm going to get out of here. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
like to look a man in the eye when I give him my word. You and me, kid, we're going places.
I had thought you some golem of Sinclair's, brought here to hold Rapture's arms while he rifles through her pockets. But no, you are aware of your plight. Who, I wonder, would be so cruel to force a mirror on a man with no face?
Lamb was waiting for us. Come out shooting and start the train.
Come on! I just want to talk!
Andrew Ryan. He reckoned the free market was some kind of Holy Spirit gonna lead us all over the rainbow. And I reckon it's a big fat hooker too dim to spot a wooden nickel. So old Andy went and became his own ghost, and I whittled nickels till I made a mint.